right. Welcome back. All right. Welcome back. All right. Welcome back. As we continue our Chrono Trigger Plus playthrough, last time we finished off the past, saved Molly, and now we're gonna see the effects of what we did in the past. The sham trial. guilty. It's not what he wanted. That's a lie. Execution. Well, these gods are so stupid using monsters. So, here we go with the prison scene. Now, you could choose to wait 3 days, or you could attempt to break out yourself. If you choose to wait, Luca will break in and save you. But if you decide to go by yourself, then you'll want to get them to open the door. That's how stupid they are. And then you club it. And then you gotta only fight one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's your choice. This can be done on your first playthrough by yourself. So, as you can see, you're gonna see how if you can knock them out like that, some of them drop items. He doesn't. Usually it's mid potion. This is a treasure area. And then you get this executioner, which is weak. It is immune to magic. And yet you still have your soul. Now you can pass these, but I would fight them. But on your first playthrough, you probably won't be able to defeat the ones with the shield while the shield is up. Now, like I said, everything now is a joke with my level. However, we're still going to make this fun. So what you want to do here is wait for them to close. What I mean by close is like this, so you can get them both with sight. Save yourself some time. Same thing here. Now this one seems to be turning. So when you see that, and by doing that, you receive a mid potion. Make sure you get this if you're going to do it yourself. Same thing here. Hey, it's a free mid potion. However, it doesn't look like I can get in there until I leave and come back in, so then they disappear. As you will see, there's a boy that's being like thrown under the guillotine. Save him. You'll get cheap items out of it at the shop. Oh, and I have Chrono again. Only for that fight. That's weird. Same thing here. Hey, you can get 3 or 4 free mid potions. Do it. I still don't understand why he's in there and then it's just that and there's nothing. So then we have this secret area. You get a shelter, and then you go down this hole. It seems like in earlier versions, this person isn't in here. I don't know why it was put in here. It doesn't seem to have any impact on the game. But you find a lot of gold and the silver sword. So that 4,000, that 4K one you get here. The prisoner's escaping. This is one of the few times in this game when you can get items after the battle. Good idea. Let's check Luca's equipment, and now we're gonna start equipping her again. I'm gonna give her the red plate, as with Chrono. And the haste scarf. How the hell do they have a dragon tail like this? Boss. This fight, depending on your first playthrough, could be a little challenging, but overall, it shouldn't be. And of course, it's definitely not now. got a power ring, decided just to do that. But and then the, oh my god, look. Normally you wouldn't be able to get that at this point. Oh, where are we? Now, technically, I can open that door and there's treasures in there, but I won't. So, welcome to the future. It's question mark, but I think we know where we are. So, as you can see in this ROM pack, you've got a couple of new areas. One is called the Cult of Lavas. We'll come back to this later. I am strong enough to complete this side quest, but I won't in the entrance of a first playthrough. This is the end game content to a very special place. And this is the other new thing. Lab 64. There's a couple of items for the area that's part of the Code of Lavas. We'll come back to that later because the final enemy in there is likely way too strong. I can do it now, but that's not the point. So, first, we go to Trend. Yeah, the future sucks. We're about to find out why so. So if you need to buy stuff, do it. I don't, but you will. Oh, we should equip Molly with her. So, as you can see, I don't know what to give her. I could give her the gold star to reduce MP usage by 75%, but I'll give her the self song so you can see what it does. So now that we have the 3, once again, I could go into the door, but I won't. So this lab 16, I figured out what it is, which I will come out and explain later. Always in these fights, get rid of the meat eater first, as they'll heal everyone. And Molly has haste. Same thing, take out the meat eaters. Got one silver soul. Got a silver bow. Are you kidding me? No. Now these enemies can only be damaged by magic. Well, you can't see it with drone unless I turn it off, which I will. And there's a reason why. Right there. So you see she regained 5 MP. That's what the Seraph song does. I mean, it is possible that it was cut out of the old G because the gold studs pretty much render it useless with its 75% cut in MP cost. And now we have a choice. To continue the story, we can go to the area store. However, there's also the sewer access that will get us to the other island. There is a boss or mini boss per se in there. So it's up to you on your first playthrough. You can see a scene that you can't see later. You know what? I'm gonna show it for the sake for you viewers. Now, as you can see, I've completed this on my first playthrough. So everything quickly can be gotten to. But we'll go through as we would through a first playthrough. Something's afoot here. Oh, that's never a good thing. So if you touch anything upcoming like the cat here, it'll spawn monsters. Don't touch that, that, or even use that save point. It's fake. If you wanna fight, it is good EXP, so it's your choice. So normally you would head over, hit this to open the door. Interesting. Crawley is in here. Maybe it's later? I am not sure. It could be because I've already completed it. This list leads you back. So we go up here, and it takes us to over here. This is a later area, Death Peak. We don't want to go there right now. However, there is a tab right there. So you get something. So you're gonna see a seed. He looks familiar. Now, there's no way of knowing if it's really him or this just a hologram projection. However, in New Game Plus with the pendant, you can get the epoch early. So I could enter the door and get the epoch. Although it can't fly, you can still use it. It's kind of useless, but you can get it. Of course you wouldn't at this point. I don't know, is this the computer showing us something. So you get this scene. I mean, it's a funny little scene. But let's head back and continue the story. So here is the Arizona. The Enotron. So there's a boss coming. So the thing with this boss is that it'll have two bits with it. Destroy the bits first. Attacking the boss will cause it to counterattack with Amplify, which will do heavy damage. Now it's gone. I just want to pause it here. So once you destroy the bits, it won't do anything. Then you heal and you have a few turns to physically attack it. Don't use fire or any magic. It's immune to it. So all physical. This battle could take 3 to 5 minutes if you're lucky. Keep your HP above half and you should be okay. Alright, we can explore the rest of the dome now. This is gonna be kind of hard your first playthrough to catch the rat, but you can do it. Since something bigger is coming. Those battles are through here. If you want to fight them, you can. I'm not, but you can. So what you want to do is do the same password, LR and A, to open this. This can be missed if you wait too long. You'll pick that up later. So let's see. This looks familiar. This is just like somebody from the past understanding futuristic computers. Uh-oh, here we go. Now we get to see why everything is as is. 1999 AD. visual record of the Day of Lavos. That'll come into play later. We will. Luca's reaction. I guess so. If you say no, you'll be forced to anyway. So let's just say okay. Let's go back. Let's take another look, because that looks familiar. Something will be coming now. I'm not going to spoil it. Now in the old G version, it comes up in a different area. They've given up hope. It looks like we might have brightened their day, given them a hope to survive. Lab 32, I'll explain more what that is in another part of this game. You get the bike key. Well, Looks like we've done some good. Looks like they had given up. Understandable about with what happened. Keep in mind what we saw happen in 1999. We are now in 2300, so 301 years pass. So the Lord's been in ruin for 300 years. So lap 32, I'll explain more later. There's where you pick up the serve song. So, you can choose to do the race here with Johnny by using the bike key, or you can walk the routes. For me, I'm gonna walk the routes. There's some unique battles that are in this version, in this ROM map. So you got some new enemies in this ROM hack here. And you're wondering, what is that? Lobotomite. It's like a zombie human. Interesting. So as you can see, protect on all. Same thing. Now these scavengers on your first playthrough can be confused. Molly's provoke works. So does Luca's hypno wave. So take advantage. The factory here came from a different area. I'll explain later. So did the Protodome came from another continent. I'll explain later. So the best way here is to use Cyclo. See if provoke works. Probably doesn't. But it brought all three closer together. Now, I would say you might want to take Molly because even though Robo can heal, he's the only one. Between Molly and Chrono, you get that heal on all. So it's up to you. Luca's more effective in there, but you'll have to rely on more items to make it through. So now we have Robo. So he's also at 99, and I've maxed out his power and stamina. So he has various arms, including this. So when this arm crits, it does all nines. So it's kind of like the ultimate arm. So we're gonna put it on him. And we're gonna give him what's called the booster pack. It grants him new stuff like sight scope and a few other things. So yes, at the start, Robo would have Cure Bee. He has his usual. So we're going to move on. However, I think this is where I will stop for tonight. It's been an hour, and The factory is gonna take a little while, but next time we're gonna go to the factory and complete it and finish this part of our time in the future. So thank you for coming, and I'll see you